good for one of the... Oh, that's not going to do anything. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Crixus and Archie, giving you the NFL Weekend Review. Next week, predictions. We got the Week 10 review, Week 11 preview here. Last week was another one of those bizarro weeks in football. If you weren't following my Twitter, I actually went to the Ravens game. The Ravens defeated the Raiders in epic fashion. It was a phenomenal game to be a part of. I'm paying them homage. They gave out these things to everyone in the crowd. So I'll give a little nod to the Ravens here because unlike my team, they can win games convincingly. We'll get to all that in a second. Anyway, let's start with our Week 10 recap here. Start off the week with a stellar game, the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's pretty much what everyone thought it was going to be. Andrew Luck looked superb again in rookie fashion, and I know that's one of Crixus's favorite quarterbacks. Don't you like Andrew Luck? Do you like Andrew Luck? Oh, yes you do. Yes you do. Okay. Crixus and Andrew Luck are going to... Oh, okay. Do I gotta make you tap out again? Do I gotta make you tap out again? Tap out! Tap out! Tap out! Oh, you built up a tolerance! Oh, Jesus Christ! He doesn't like quit. Okay, Andrew Luck, another convincing win, and look out! This is going to be a sleeper playoff team. Just you guys watch. I mean, everyone better pay notice to Indianapolis because they're winning games and they're beating everyone and all that other good shit, and we'll get to the prediction for next week in a second here because I think they're going to make some possible noise. Possible, but a little teaser for you. All right, Cincinnati beat the New York Giants 31-13. God damn you, Giants! Why? Why? I know Crixus is licking my tears because he likes the salty goodness. The Giants have a chance to run away with the NFC East. Just put Andy Reid in the hot seat ever so more. The Giants just keep losing. They're losing and they're sucking. My God, the NFC East blows. Just fucking horrible. Horrible. Whoa. I got Frenched by a dog when I was saying horrible. What is going on with the Giants? I mean, this is the Eli Manning that we saw the year before last, the year before that, the year before that. You know, all the years where he fucking sucked? This is that Eli Manning again. For some reason, he turned off whatever switch he turned on last year, and he's being Gummo Manning. In this game, the Tennessee Titans, in the worst defense in the league, beat the... I almost said the Miami Marlins. That's a whole nother subject, by the way. Sorry for you Marlins fans, all 10 of you, where your ownership just got rid of half of your team this year to the Blue Jays. Anyway, the Tennessee Titans defeat the Miami Dolphins 37-3. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You only put up a 3 spot against the worst defense in the league? Minnesota, another game I got wrong. Oh, by the way, I went 9-4-1. I guess we count the tie as a tie. It can't be a winner. Anyway, I went 9-4-1 this week. I don't know how I got that many games correct because this week was all over the charts. Minnesota beat the Tigers, Detroit Tigers. Sorry, Undertaker Freak, that was a slip. And the Minnesota Vikings beat the Detroit Lions 34-24. Rather convincing win. Matt Stafford looked very impressive, went over 300 yards again, but again, his team defense just lets up points. They just let up points, and that's their downfall this year. Minnesota is clicking on all cylinders for whatever reason, but we all know I hate the Vikings, so I can only give them so much credit and not vomit. New England, what was probably the best 1 o'clock game, the only good 1 o'clock game this week. New England beats the Bills 37-31. Folks, if you guys aren't believers in Fitzpatrick yet, start being a believer in him. This guy, yes, I know he had a clutch turnover on that final drive. I mean, just just mark my words, that guy is going to be a big deal a few years from now. I may be only one of the few people that are believing that, but man, get a solid line in front of him, get a stud receiver on that team, and they are going to dominate behind the arm of Fitzpatrick. Just mark my words on that, or he'll just suck. Anyway, New Orleans Saints beat the undefeated Atlanta Falcons. My God, I thought this was going to be Atlanta's coming alive game. I thought, well, just not coming alive, but just like a total just ass-whooping Supreme Deluxe. And they lost to the Saints, and the Saints' defense is what really won this in the end. And the Saints' defense is probably the worst aspect to that team. And, you know, it sucks because when the Saints make some noise, which they probably will now, they're going to be like, wow, what turned around the Saints season? They're going to be like, oh yeah, that Monday Night Football win against the Eagles. You're welcome. What else do we got here in Bizarro Week 10? Let's see here. Tampa Bay beating San Diego. That's a game where I told you I had confidence in Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay has been playing so competitive this year. Martin is great. Freeman's taken over. Jesus Christ, this team really just came out of nowhere. They're playing competitive ball against everyone, and they're winning games that they should have probably lost. So, good job, Tampa. Denver beats Carolina 36-14. That's about what you should expect. You should expect the score to be more than doubled. It's just Manning's Manning, and oh, the poor Panthers. They look like they were going to be that playoff contender this year, and for whatever reason, they decided to shit the bed. The whole team, because Cam Newton is a chode. Isn't that right, Crixus? Isn't that right, Crixus? Yeah. What? You want to punch me? You want to punch me? You don't like me talking smack about Cam Newton? Yeah? Oh yeah? Andrew Luck sucks. What do you think of that? Oh, he bit me when I said that. That's what I get for talking about Crixus' favorite quarterback. All right. Yeah, anyways, Cam Newton is it's just been a complete bust. I don't know if it's a sophomore jinx or what, but my God, has he blown this year. Baltimore, the game that I was at, beats the Oakland Raiders 55-20. And Oakland shouldn't even have had that many points. The one touchdown that Ed Reed gave up on a just complete tackle and drop let him go in the end zone. I think he hurt his shoulder on the play, but do you really have to be nose to nose with me in the video? Really? Because your breath stinks. Okay. 55-20. Ladies and gentlemen, this was probably the most entertaining football game I'd ever seen in person. The Ravens scored pretty much every way possible other than, I don't think they intercepted anything and took anything to the house. Other than that, you had kickoff returns, rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, a fake field goal, which, by the way, I don't know what they showed on TV, but when it was basically in the middle of the fourth quarter where Baltimore goes for a fake field goal and the placer runs it in for a touchdown. The game was so far out of reach, and you just saw the coaches on the sideline for the Raiders going like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I thought after that point there was going to be cheap shots out the ass. I thought they were going to be like, oh, I can't believe Harbaugh's running up the score. But you know what? Baltimore wanted to have a really big confidence win. They wanted to show that when they face a team they should beat them, and not only beat them, but fucking annihilate them. This was the biggest embarrassment of a game for one team that I've ever seen. The Raiders should be shamed. It was the most points they'd ever given up in a game. And my God, Baltimore just totally dominated that game. And it's weird because if you look at the stats are pretty much equal. Carson Palmer had more passing yards than Flacco. I think they had about the same amount of first downs. Total yardage was about the same. I think it was separated by like 20 yards. It was just key turnovers and getting points quickly. And it just goes to show you, when the box scores matched up, you can still have a completely lopsided win, and that was a perfect example of it this week. Thank you. Seattle beating the Jets 28-7, as if we didn't see this coming. Absolutely, they deserve to lose by 3+ touchdowns every game. That team is horrible. Oh, and by the way, Ryan's going to be losing his job this week when, hey, camera whore. This is my show. This is my show. You got that? Boom. Okay. So, Rex Ryan will be self-employed next week. He'll probably go full-time making foot fetish videos with his wife. Look those up, by the way. If you haven't seen the Rex Ryan foot fetish videos, look them up. I'm serious. Like, just go up there, go on Google, type in Rex Ryan foot fetish videos. It's some bizarre fucking shit. Anyway, oh, let's see here. Dallas beat Philadelphia 38-23. This is a game where like there's like a couple Dallas fans and like Giants fans that like we talk smack back and forth to each other via email. And after this win, like none of the Cowboys fans even said anything to me because like this is a win where it's like, you know, what can you take out of it? I mean, it's a terrible team that lost their quarterback early on and had to play with a third-round rookie that's never taken a snap in the NFL before. And I'm kind of glad this finally happened because I may have called to see Nick Foles come in when the game has been out of reach. Just say, hey, Andy Reid, throw him in the end of the game in the fourth quarter when the game's out of reach, like that Arizona game earlier this year. Should have gave Nick Foles a few snaps just to see what he has. Now we see what he has. He has a lot of junk, but he had a lot of good stuff too. Definite promise there. But everyone that's going to say like, oh, you know, he's got a great perspective of the field because he's so tall. Man, he made some poor decision throws, including one interception that was all on him that got called back due to a penalty. Crixus is just going to keep interrupting my flow here. So, I mean, yeah, congratulations, Dallas. I had you pegged to win this game, whether Vic was in the game or not. Nick Foles appears to be the future quarterback here because Vic's going to be out with a concussion for who knows how many weeks. May just use it as an excuse just to keep him benched and then use that out clause on their contract and just, you know, let him go because they signed on for another 2 years, but there's an out. Crixus! How dare you sleep in the middle of one of my videos? All right. He wanted to play the staring game with me, people. So congratulations, Dallas. As sad as it is, Dallas is a sub-500 team in Week 11, and they're very realistically in the playoff hunt because the NFC East sucks that fucking bad. There's 2 games out. 2 games out at Week 11 is like that's not anything to be like, oh man, the season's over. Shit, man. Even the Eagles are... Alright, we won't go there. And we have our final 4 o'clock game. The San Francisco 49ers tie the St. Louis Rams 24-24. The fuck happened here? My God, if there was one of the few definite wins that I thought would be this year, this was it. I don't know what happened. I know Smith got injured and all that, and that's a bit to come over, but it's not like he's like 80% of the offense. Jesus Christ. The defense gave up 24 points to St. Louis? What the hell? This really shook my confidence in seeing San Francisco go to the Super Bowl, which I had them predicted as doing earlier in the year. Oh, I just burped up the final score of the game again. And another pick, my other Super Bowl pick, got a win on Sunday Night Football. Houston beating Chicago 13-6 in a game that was just a complete clusterfuck just from the weather alone. This was a game where like the weather was so bad. Again, you have another injured quarterback due to a concussion. I think there was 3 concussions this week. 4, if you count injured quarterbacks with Roethlisberger getting a separated shoulder. Yeah, this was just a bad game. And like I said, Cutler went out with a concussion, and the weather was just so horrible. It's just so hard to ascertain who was really the better team in this one. So I would like to see a rematch of this. If both teams go to the Super Bowl, I would not be disappointed in seeing that again, especially in fair weather conditions. And again, Pittsburgh 16, Kansas City 13 on Monday Night Football. To see Matt Castle drive down in the end of the game against the Steelers, and Girlfiend is teasing Crixus. See Matt Castle drive down and get that game-tying field goal. I'm just like, this is not the Super Bowl playoff caliber Steelers that I'm used to seeing. Like, they would just, Castle would be lucky to see past his own 35-yard line in the closing seconds of a game, let alone drive down and set up a game-tying field goal. And on top of that, I mean, my God, they were favored to win this game, I think, by like 8 points, and you go into overtime and barely beat them. Pittsburgh is beating some shit teams lately. I mean, they're winning games, but they're beating a lot of shit teams, like the Eagles, like the Giants in November, who are the perennial suck team in November. Yeah, anyways, that's the end of Bizarro Week 10 in the NFL. I went 9-4-1. Now let's go with some predictions. Let's knock these out real quick, people. Miami at Buffalo. Fuck you, Miami, for putting up a 3-spot last week. My confidence here is completely shook. Go Fitzpatrick. Shine on primetime television, Fitzpatrick. Make Harvard proud. And it's at Buffalo, so yeah. Arizona at Atlanta. Oh, you Cardinals fans, boy. I haven't heard a fucking word from you guys in a long time. You know why? Because you haven't won a game in a long time. And you're not going to win again this week. Holy shit. Atlanta, yeah, look for them to take vengeance off of losing to the Aints, which are now the kind of almosts. Get it? The Aints kind of, whatever. Cleveland at Dallas. This may sound like I'm being a Dallas hater when I pick this game, but I smell the most, like, just raunchy, rancid pile of meat thrown on the field from Dallas in this game. I see the Browns winning this one. I see them winning convincingly. What the hell is that? Crixus, here, bringeth thine toy to your master's feet. Okay, he's not doing it. Anyway, I'm predicting Cleveland to win this game. And then they're not going to lose any ground to the Giants since they don't know. It's a turkey! It's a turkey! Happy Thanksgiving, guys! Go find it. All right. And Crixus ran headfirst into the front door. Yeah, Dallas, I see you with a loss here. Congratulations, Cleveland. Go win one in the Jerry Jones Princess Castle in Dallas. Green Bay at Detroit. I'm going with the upset special this week, people. I feel like this those infomercials see, like, oh, this is the Archie Super Bowl picks here, even though this isn't the Super Bowl. Upset special again. Detroit winning at home against Green Bay. Eat it, Packer fans. Cincinnati at Kansas City. My God, I was really digging Matt Castle in that Monday Night Football game until he threw that goddamn interception in overtime. Where I was like, oh, good, we have a nice overtime game. Kansas City got the ball first. Let's see, Castle's gonna take that energy from the end of the fourth. Oh nope, threw up a duck. He threw up a duck that was so bad. I mean, I know, like, people, like, criticize people like me. It's like, oh, why don't you try and play the game? Oh, I swear, if I could go in that Monday Night Football game and throw that ball that Matt Castle did, I would not have fucked it up as bad as he did. I guarantee that. Holy shit, that was just horrible. Horrible. Probably the worst pass I've seen all year. Cincinnati at Kansas City. Again, Cincinnati's going to win that game. Philadelphia at Washington. Look for RG3 just to blow up that dumbass wide 9 defense. Look for Andy Reid to still have his job. And actually, I just want to kind of just make a little editorial here, a little op-ed piece, if you will. I was for the firing of Andy Reid several weeks ago. Pretty much after that Cardinals epic defeat in Arizona. I wanted Andy Reid gone. But I saw a guy made a video after the oh, with the noises from the turkey. Oh my God, Crixus, kill it already. Swallow it and then make that noise every time you bark. I saw a guy who made a video on YouTube. Actually, I thumbs it up, so you might see it in my my video, whatever archive thing on my channel. Anyway, the guy was saying how he doesn't want Andy Reid to be fired because he wants Andy Reid to suffer. He wants him to, you know, hear all the boos, hear the people chant and fire Andy, and have Jeff Lurie have to sit there, the owner of the Eagles, and have to deal with a tail in his face from a dog named Crixus. So I want Andy Reid to stay on this team because I want him to live and die by how bad this team is. And that's the one thing that's got me so upset about this team this year. Not that I'm like, you know, crying myself to sleep or anything. Is that going into this year, the one thing that I could absolutely say is that this team is not as bad as it was last year. Oh, was I wrong about that? They're not only as bad, but they're quite possibly worse. And Macklin, after the game, he said something in a press conference, or just when the reporters were at it, he was like, you know, we're in a position where, you know, we've never been before. Bitch, you had the same record in Week 10 last year. What do you mean you're in a position you've never been at before? You had 3 wins in Week 11 last year. Holy shit, this team is just so fucking unlikable. Just from top to bottom. Anyway, congratulations, Redskin. This is the bottom bowl, the battle for bottom bowl, because whoever loses this game is going to be dead last. Right now, it's Washington and Philadelphia tied, but oh boy, who would have thought we'd have a bowl breaker this early in the season? Oh boy. So congratulations, Philadelphia will probably be dead last come Monday. That's just fantastic. Week 11, oh my God. Tampa at Carolina. Look for Tampa to win this game. Look for Cam Newton to shit the bed even more. Again, my confidence room is gone. Jacksonville at Houston. Who are we kidding? Houston is going to whoop that Jaguar ass. New York Jets at St. Louis. St. Louis, you're winning, and as I said before... Oh, he knocked me over. Watch this. You ready? Oh, yeah. Okay. Where was I? Look for Rex Ryan to get fired after this game. Look for Tebow to probably come in by halftime. This shit's not going to be pretty. Look for St. Louis to open up a can of whoop ass. This will probably be another 3-touchdown win for a team playing the Jets. What else is new? New Orleans at Oakland. You got to be kidding me. Oakland gave up 55 points last week. New Orleans has been coming alive again after they defeated the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Look for New Orleans to win that one. San Diego at Denver. San Diego's probably just going to play dead till Andy Reid comes and coaches them next year, so look for Denver to whoop that ass. Indianapolis at New England. I see this game going to overtime. But I still see the Patriots winning. I see Andrew Luck looking very impressive against a solid team. Sky's the limit for this kid. I still see the Patriots winning. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. A lot of people think, like, you know, Pittsburgh is going to be the hands-down dominant winner in this game. Pittsburgh is still significantly injured, and again, look at how the Steelers have been winning. Look at who they've been beating. Like, they beat the Eagles, they beat the Chiefs barely in overtime. They whooped the Giants when they played dead 2 weeks ago in the fourth quarter. I mean, I'm sorry, but the Pittsburgh Steelers record just doesn't impress me at all. They're barely beating shitty teams. So, look for Baltimore to go in and just completely dominate that division like they have been for the past couple years. So, Chicago at San Francisco. San Francisco, the fact that you had a tie at home against St. Louis, I'm sorry, it shook me. It shook me in my faith in you as a Super Bowl team, and it shook me this week. I think Chicago wins this game, even if Cutler doesn't play. Even if Cutler doesn't play! So, there we have it. The byes next week for Week 11 are Tennessee, Minnesota, the Jets, and Seattle. Again, a very bizarre week. Had a great time at the Ravens game. I tweeted pictures. If you want to look at my Twitter, there's a bunch of pictures from the game that I tweeted. I was surprised. A lot of the Raider Nation douchebags showed up. You know, the people that dress like they're members of the Kiss Army. They all left by like 2 minutes into the second quarter because that game got so lopsided so quick. But you know, it's just, if like there's one of the things I'm jealous of in life, it's when another football team plays so much fucking better than mine, and having to go see the Ravens game and see them just utterly dominate in every way, shape, and form, and see like my team, it's like, well, why can't my team ever try a fake field goal? Why can't, you know, my team get, you know, 3 red zone interceptions? I didn't get 3 red zone interceptions, but the Ravens are notorious for getting deep picks. Anyway, Eagles season is pretty much over. Let's just like hope Nick Foles doesn't die, because that offensive line is just atrocious. King Dunlap is now being called Queen Dunlap on all the sports talk radio stations. He's probably going to get a number of people injured, including Shady McCoy, because he can't block worth a shit. And so yeah, it's an abysmal year here in Philadelphia. Football season is over again before we even hit Thanksgiving. And Girlfiend just hit the camera. Very unprofessional, Girlfiend. Very unprofessional.
That's why I'm not on camera.
And Crixus is going to eat his turkey. Alright, that concludes our review and picks, everyone. Again, great time at the Ravens game. Thank you, Ravens, for being a team that you're actually enjoyable to watch when you go to see them play, unlike the Eagles that have done me dirty so many times. Girlfiend, don't let him step on my camera. Anyway, everyone, have a great day, a better tomorrow. Fuck the Cowboys, fuck the Vikings, fuck the Eagles, fuck every bird team other than the Ravens. There we go. Have a great day, everyone. It's hypnotic, I know. The tail, it's just hypnotic. Did you have to throw the turkey at me?
Yes.
Goodbye, guys.